this is something, again, you will find people are going to be naturally drawn. More and more are going to come, because they're ready for the work. There have been many teachers that are talking about it. I mean, there are many people that are working in the same lines that we are working here. It's just that this particular work that we are doing, this Divine Diamond work, is very specifically designed to awaken your higher evolutionary resonance. This, what we would, could call it your universal body, or again, the Star of Humanity it's your divine collective conscience. Okay, it's not planetary human consciousness, which we could say is limited to the Earth. It's like you're actually receiving your divine collective conscious access, which is multidimensional. You're receiving the ability to communicate to the collective conscious of the Star of Humanity, which would allow you to very easily, when you do this work, to sometimes feel the presence of like Christ or the Buddha or Amma, because you literally are not being filtered anymore. You're removing those filters. You're actually able to literally communicate clearly with what they would call Christ consciousness, which means light consciousness, the sacred geometric language. That's Christ consciousness. Christ means the light. It really, and anyone can become that. In many cases, you're being activated more to that light, but it's also the Buddha light or Krishna or, it's funny that Moses saw a flaming bush. And in those days he told them there was this flaming bush, and he wrote down the commandments, from the flaming bush. And people could believe it was a flaming bush, okay? So if people could believe there's a flaming bush, I don't think it's unlikely that they also can't believe that there is right now in this room, ever presently, there are sacred geometric like satellites. There are communicational orbs. There is the Christ conscious communicational system right here, right now in this room. Okay? And it is a perfect sacred geometric sphere. It has complete ability to understand and to guide this process and to guide you for every human being. The difference is you're choosing to anchor by coming here. So you're choosing to be more of a light unto the world, or to allow the light of that to shine through you. Now, Buddha discovered the same thing, Rama, Krishna, Mary. It's just the word, the Christ, is just still, the resonance frequency of it is still the cleanest representation of what that means, a conscious living light. Okay? The light of creation, this conscious living light of love, the light of God. Christ is still in the resonance frequencies, the cleanest way that we as Anglo-Saxons would understand it. Krishna in India is the same. Krishna, Christ, the same thing. It's just we would understand it because we come more from that culture, that we have a little bit more of alignment to it. Where if you're in India, you're going to have the alignment to Krishna. And there are very, very many Christians in India. Probably almost as many Christians as there are Hindus in India. India is hugely religious with Christ. Many, many people follow the Christ because they don't see it any different. Understand it the same as Krishna. They don't really see a difference. They're very open to even the Buddha. They don't have a problem seeing a different color carrying the light or representing God. They don't have a problem, man, woman, they can accept it. Dark skin, light skin, because they realize it's carrying the light. Okay? So on that note, since you already are receiving it, it is bridging in. The workshop is officially started, but Now, we always talk a little in the beginning and we talk at the end. And during the main part, we're lying down and receiving the deeper levels of the activations in the system. So right now, your system's already being activated. There's already, again, the light is already communicating with you. It is important that I, talk to you and keep you the work that I want to do is that I want to, as much as possible, help you in your awakened, normal, perceptual state. Now, I'll anchor you through your perceptual state through your heart, but I also want you to be able to have the eyes open and then become aware that the mind can take on a different type of frequency. The brain can move into where a light turns here. There's a different color of light here. Okay? This becomes brighter, and this would become more blue. There's blue light that will come like a coolness around your head. And then this will become more of a brilliant light, like a diamond, a brilliant sun, a star. Okay, the heart. And I want you to begin to be able in your daily life to walk around and communicate with this beautiful blue, the cool blue like a moon. Your head, eyes relaxed, very calm in your neuroactivity here in the brain, and completely present to be able to simply respond to life. Not even the idea of interpretation will just become like a dream. You're gonna end up becoming so familiar through the star activations that the interpretation idea would be, the same as a child growing up. You're gonna lose the baby teeth. They're gonna fall out. Every child's gonna lose his baby teeth. And in this work, you're going to lose the interest and the ability to interpret. Because you're going to end up being able to just respond. Literally, there's no need to interpret. And you'll find such peace and such beauty in everything and in life. And people will really like your company. And they'll help them to stop interpreting. Because again, most of us have the brightest light on the body is around the head. Most people, they have a very bright light around their head. Okay? That is counterproductive because that bright light around the head can cause a lot of disease. Too much energy in the head can cause a lot of problems physically. Again, we are moving through the paradigm into we're going to change it, you're here, and we're going to make it more cool and more blue. This beautiful, like water, coolness. And this is going to become like a star, like a diamond of divinity.